What's up friends, Chook here, and welcome to Dark Souls 3. So we're going to do a sticky peek of Dark Souls 3. Now I've played and beaten Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, and Bloodborne. I've never played Demon Souls though, because I don't have a PlayStation. Although the PS4 Bloodborne was at a friend's house. Doesn't matter. Either way, however, I've only played Dark Souls and beaten it through once, and that was a little while ago now. So I don't know this game anywhere near as well as I know Dark Souls 1 and 2. But we're going to give it a go, and I mean, like I said, I've beaten it before, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue, but there's probably going to be a few more fails and stuff than there was in the other playthroughs if you watch my other Dark Souls content. So, let us get started with a new game.
Yes, indeed. It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades, and the lords go without thrones. When the link of fire is threatened, the bell tolls, unearthing the old lords of Cinder from their graves. Aldrich, saint of the deep, Farron's undead legion, the Abyss Watchers. And the reclusive lord of the profaned capital. Yon the giant. Only in truth, the lords will abandon their thrones. And the unkindled will rise. Nameless, accursed undead, unfit even to be cinder. And so it is that ash seeketh embers.
Well, there you go. Fucking epic opening, huh? Okay, so we're going to name ourselves Chook, obviously. And we're going to be a male. We're going to be... I mean, this doesn't really matter, right? We're going to have armor and stuff on, so it's not a big deal. I'm using the mouse for this, but I highly suggest that if you've never played Dark Souls games before and you want to get into them on PC or whatever, definitely use a controller, because the keyboard and mouse controls absolutely suck. Anyway, let's enter that. I'm going to start with a knight. Now, every time I play Dark Souls 1, 2, 3 for the first time, I always tend to go more of like a strength kind of quality-ish build. Just because it's an easier run through the game, I guess. Like, you've got more stamina, you've got more poise, you've got all this sort of stuff. And then once I know the game a little bit better, I tend to vary it up. So we're going to go for more of a dex build this time around. Burial Gift. Well, let's go with... I mean, all of these you can get in the game, so it doesn't really matter. Cracked Red Oils, Sovereign Souls, Fire Gem. Maybe we'll just start with the Life Ring, right? It'll give us a little bit more HP. Like I said, they're not really that important. Face presets, we're just going to leave this because, like I said, it doesn't matter. Appearance, same thing. Not going to matter too much. So we're starting off with nearly equal strength and dex, 9 in intelligence and faith as well. I think I want to get that up to 10 each, so I can cast a certain pyromancy when we get to that point. But generally, the knight is just a good melee round character to start off with. So let us do that. Yes. Alright, here we go. So as I mentioned, I don't know this game anywhere near as well as the other two. And I don't know Bloodborne very well either. But I've beaten them all once, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. We should be able to do this fairly well. It has been a while since I played it as well. And also, I don't know all the... I'm not like a veteran or anything. I don't know like all the like side quests with NPCs and all the rest of it. So I'm probably going to miss out on a little bit of that. But, you know, the main core game you'll see. I'm actually going to turn down the audio a little bit because it's very loud. And I don't know if that's loud for everyone else as well. So let's just turn this down to 5. Maybe that's a bit better. It's a bit better for me. Okay, let's do it. Okay, Soul of a Deserted Corpse. Yeah, so we'll go for like a dex build. Like I said, I normally go strength or more of a like strength equality type build the first time I play it. Quality, if you're not sure what that means, it just means where you kind of level up all the some of the stats equally, particularly strength and dex, so that you can use a multitude. Ow, fuck you, dude. You can use a multitude of different weapons. So if we quickly have a look here, we can see here that this longsword, down the very bottom of the middle section, it requires 10 strength and 10 dex, and scales with D in both strength and dex. So you'll have weapons that might be like 20 strength and 14 dex or something, and then there'll be other weapons that might be 25 dex and 20 strength, stuff like that. So if you go equal parts strength and dex, you can basically use most of the weapons in the game. You just don't really go heavily into one of the two attributes, and it's generally a pretty safe way to go. Now this guy is optional. We don't need to fight this dude, but if we can kill him, we get upgrade materials fairly early on, which is nice. And he's not too big of a deal. Just got to make sure that you don't get stamina starved. Oh, forgot about that. Okay, let's have a Estus. Heal up a bit. Should be able to take this guy out, no worries there. As long as I don't fuck up. Obviously. Come on, you bitch. Give me an opening. There we go. Nice, good job. Okay, lucky we were blocking that. That would have freaking hurt. Let's have another Estus just to top up. And you're gonna roll. Gives me an opening to come in and smack you in the face. You can always come back and kill this dude. Like I said, I think I said that. But if you're a Dark Souls person and you've played the games before and everything, it's just kind of like the war of attrition, like, just take your time. Oh, stagger, nice. And you are dead. Quite nice scale, there we go. Yeah, so just a lot of blocking and rolling and stuff, not too bad. Let's go see what this is. Soul of an Unknown Traveler. Okay, that's cool. So, I'm not going to go too in-depth into, like, what each item and all that does. I've gone through, like, those souls of it, what we just got then. We got a Fading Soul earlier, I think. Or a Soul of a Deserted Corpse, all the rest of it. These just, you use them and you get souls. And souls is the currency of the game. So I went into a bit more depth of what each item and stuff like that does. The core items, I guess. In my other playthroughs of the older games. So, yeah, if there's something you particularly want to know about or whatever, let me know. But I probably won't go super in-depth onto every single item we get. And these little things on the ground are just, like hints and stuff. Okay. Let's head up here and get the first bonfire, I believe. Yes. So bonfire is basically like a respawn place, and every time you rest there, you get your Estus Flask back. Estus Flask, see in the bottom left, is basically your heals. So we have three charges of it at the moment. See if we can parry this dude. Nope. I've always been really bad at parrying. Like, really bad. Two-hand these guys down. Make it a bit quicker. Okay, they're not dropping anything. What about you? What? Just clip on that. Fading Soul. Another Fading Soul. Okay, so you can see this item on this chest over here. You actually have to jump to get that. Now, I'm wondering... Yes, okay, good. And we didn't make it. It's alright, we can go up and do it again. Fall on this guy. Stab him in the nuts. Okay. Kill you. Kill you. Let's have a heal. We could go stay at, rest at the bonfire and heal up again. But that will reset all the enemies. So, don't want to do that. Unless we want to kill all these guys again, which, I mean, we could do, but it's not super necessary. Alright, where is this jump? Here. That looks better. Titanite Shard. So Titanite Shards are your upgrade materials. Well, some of upgrade materials. There's a few different types. Alright, we're up to the first boss. I don't know if there's any shinies in this room. I don't think there is, actually. Okay, now this is actually really cool. You can see this kind of growth on his back there. If you remove the sword, which is a coiled sword, which I'll go into a little bit later, why it's cool. Okay. Okay, that's not a block. What was that? Okay. I don't think I've ever died to this guy. So, might be a first time to everything. Fuck, get my ass kicked. Wrong button. Alright. I think what it is that I'm a little bit out of practice and I've been playing Bloodborne a lot recently. Like, we just finished the Bloodborne playthrough and the dodging in Bloodborne is really quick. And so I'm gonna... So I'm dodging like Bloodborne. Like it's in Dark Souls. There's 3 different types of dodge. There's fast roll, medium roll, and fat roll. You know what they're commonly known as. And Bloodborne's there's only fast roll. So I'm used to being able to fast roll everything, and at the moment we're medium rolling, and it's just that slight delay of iframes that's we're not getting. But it's fine. He'll die. He'll die to my hand. Oh, good job. It's a good miss. Get your fading soul. Okay, so our souls should be in here somewhere. There they are. So if we just pick them back up, we get everything back, which is nice. Fuck! The tracking on these hits, man. You roll and they still hit. Oh, it's the wrong button again. So again, in Bloodborne, like the top button, so Y for Xbox 360 or triangle I think for PlayStation, is heal. But in Dark Souls, it's two-hand your weapon. So I keep going to heal and two-handing my weapon. It's gonna take me a little bit to remember to get the buttons back in order. Roll out of that. So you can see he's not really that hard. It's just the rolling and swapping weapons instead of healing was a bit difficult to start with. So we got the coiled sword. And we got an ember restored as well. So when you have your ember on, like when you're in ember form, you can see that your gear will have all this like cool fire ember effect, and you also have more maximum HP. When you die, you lose it, and even if you pick up your souls, you don't get it back. But there are actual items in the game called embers, which we do not have one at the moment, and you can use that to get it back if you want to. Broken straight sword. No thanks. I think we'll stick with our long sword. Let's try and get this guy. Thought that was going to be a backstab, but apparently not. Homeward Burn. So when I get each item for the first time, I'll try and like just give a brief example of what it does. A brief explanation, I should say. Homeward Bones are basically just a way to teleport back to the last bonfire while keeping everything, all the souls and everything you've got. So if you die, you teleport back to the bonfire, obviously, but you lose everything, all the souls and stuff you have. Homeward Bone just allows you to teleport back for free, which is really handy. So if you're in a particular spot, okay, no backstab there either, and you want to get the fuck out of there. Oh, he's hanging on for dear life though. That's awesome. You could just use a Homeward Bone and teleport back. Now, I'm pretty sure there's a dog around here somewhere. Is there no dog? I swore there was a dog. Another fading soul. Apparently not. Maybe he's up here. No? There he is. Stupid dogs. The dog AI in these games is rough. There we go, Ember. Actually, let's read what it says about Ember. That's one thing I would like to read because I've forgotten what it says. No unkindling can ever truly claim the embers that burn within a champion's bosom, which is precisely what makes the yearning for warmth so keen. Gain the strength of flame and increase maximum HP until death, which is what I was saying before. With the strength of fire, the summoning signs of unkindled become visible. The seekers of embers can be summoned to join cooperation, but beware the embers may also attract invaders. So if you're playing online, I'm actually offline for this playthrough because I didn't want to deal with invasions and shit. And I don't know, I don't get too much out of Dark Souls PvP. I know people fucking love it. It just annoys me. I'll do it, and I have done, but it's not high on my list of why I love these games. But yeah, if you're on offline, you can't be invaded. If you're kindled, if you've got your ember on, if you're embered, whatever, you can invade and be invaded. Another ember. Another homeward bone. Nice. Homeward bones are really handy. I like them a lot. Okay, I think up this way is the way to the katana dude. Who will... Yes. Okay, so that guy right above my helmet now, I don't know if you can see him in the distance, he has a katana, and he will most likely kick our ass at this time of the game. But that's probably one of the early game weapons I'm going to use. But for now, let's just go down into this lobby called Firelink Shrine, which is the same as the first Dark Souls. And light the bonfire, and then we can heal up and stuff. And then maybe we can just try and take him on and see what happens. Okay, I've gone too far. Here we go. Oh, how fucking cool this looks, man. It's great. Love it. Love it. Okay, so we can see there's thrones here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can see there's a little gimp dude sitting on that throne. So there's 5 Lords of Cinder. He's one, and then the other 4 you have to kill, basically, to be able to, you know, finish the game and all the rest of it. There's also some other NPCs in here. There is this woman.
Welcome to the bonfire, unkindled one.
Thanks, man.
I'm a firekeeper.
Firekeepers are always female as well.
I tend
Just
to the flame.
a little bit of lore there.
And tend to thee. The lords have left their thrones, and must be delivered to them. To this end, I am at thy side.
Okay, so we can use her to level up. So in Dark Souls 1, you could level up at the bonfire. Dark Souls 2, you had to go to the green... What's her name? Shit, can't remember what her name is. Anyway, an NPC to level up, same thing here. So every time we need to level up, or want to level up, we have to come back and talk to this woman, which is fine. And we can also talk to her. So I'll generally use all the dialogue, expand on all the dialogue for each character, just to see what they say.
Ashen one, to be unkindled is to be a vessel for souls. Sovereignless souls will become thy strength. I will show thee how.
I will show thee how.
Ashen one, bring me souls plucked from their vessels.
No, we'll do it.
Ashen one, to be sovereign. I will show Ashen one.
Okay, that's all she's got to say. So we can level up with her. Now, why I was saying what was cool about the coiled sword is, if we go to it quickly, where would it be? There we go. Thrust in shrine bonfire to attract bonfire warp. Sword missing from the shrine bonfire cannot be equipped as a weapon. Thrust into the shrine bonfire to restore its power and enable travel between bonfires. This sword is only bequeathed to chosen Ash as judged by the Udex, which is the guy we took it from, the boss, who arrived at the arrival of Ash as a scabbard. So, that's actually really cool. Yeah, every bonfire that we rest at is actually a coiled sword, like this. And that is what creates the bonfire. And I thought that was pretty cool. That, you know, in the third game you finally get to create your own bonfire, which is, I don't know, just a nice touch. Pretty cool. Okay, let's keep going with NPCs. There's this dude.
Ah, another one roused from the sleep of death. Well, you're not alone. We unkindled are worthless. Can't even die right.
It's true.
Gives me conniptions. and they'd have us seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. But we're talking true legends, with the metal to link the fire. We're not fit to lick their boots.
And we got the collapse emote. So in the Dark Souls universe and stuff, every time you die,
Don't you think?
Okay, shut up, dude. You die, you get reborn effectively, but you become more hollow. And the more hollow you become, the more humanity you've lost, and the more of just like a husk of like the guys we were fighting upstairs in the rags and stuff. Like they were once just people like us, and they've just been here in this world and died over and over and over again, and just become zombies, basically hollow zombies. So that's the idea of what the game's about. There's a lot of lore in these games, and there's a lot of parts of the lore where you kind of make up your own mind about things and whatever. So I'm not...
What a sick
No,
joke.
we'll just exhaust
Asking
these.
us to seek the Lords of Cinder and return them to their moulding thrones. We're talking true legends, those who would live.
Okay. I'm not going to go too much into the lore of everything, because like I said, it's fairly in-depth, and you can kind of make your own mind up about a few things. Here we have the blacksmith.
Well, a newcomer, I see. I am Andre. I serve at this shrine.
And he's the same,
As
Andre's the
humble
same smith from the
forging
first game, which is cool.
weapons.
There's a lot of
You're
like,
in search of the Lords of Cinder, I trust. A toilsome journey, I'd wager. You'll require good arms. Let me smith you weapons. I am a smith. Such is my purpose.
there's a lot of like shout-outs to the first game, and a lot of like fan love and stuff that have gone into this game. So that's really cool. Let's keep talking to him.
Weapons and protection are sturdy enough by and large, but when overused, they'll eventually break. When their durability is low, repair becomes a necessity. Use a powder, or simply rest at a bonfire. But should chance impel them break, bring them me. I'll hammer them back into shape. They take no pleasure in breaking, I assure ye. So handle them with care, if you would.
Thanks, friend.
There are two ways to smith weapons. Simple reinforcement is one, and infusion the other. Reinforcement is straightforward. It strengthens a weapon without altering its property. Infusion is a more advanced form of smithing that infuses an element. Reinforcement requires titanite, and infusion requires gems. Bring the stones, and I'll do the smithing. It's my purpose, after all. In battle, your weapons are your only friends. Forge them well, and they won't let you down.
Hooray! Or hurrah! Yeah, so he was just saying that you can either, well, what he just said, you can either reinforce with Titanite, which is what we got. We got a Titanite shard before, small Titanite shard or whatever it was. And then you can also infuse weapons with, you know, fire or lightning or magic or whatever as well.
Another matter. Infusing weapons with gems requires a special kind of coal. My humble coals won't be any use infusing more unusual gems. I know, it's an awful shame, but it's all I have. Oh, please don't give me that look. Believe it or not, I'm quite thin-skinned.
Okay, and we'll find like coals and stuff throughout the world that we can bring back to him and give us more options, effectively.
Oh, by the way, if you find any Estus shards, bring them here. They can be used to reinforce either of your Estus flasks. Without those flasks, you want for life or focus. And they'll always stay with you. Why not treat them well?
Okay. Anything else?
Weapons and protection, but they
Right.
Pretty
So
be careful. I don't want to see my work
Shut up. So in this game, different to the other two, you've got your Estus Flask like normal. You've also got an Ashen Estus Flask. So you see in the top left, you've got your HP, and then you've got like your mana effectively, and then you've got your stamina. So HP is obviously when you get hit. Stamina is rolling, dodging, blocking, attacking, anything like that. And then the middle one, the blue one, is your mana. So when you use spells or anything like that, the mana will go down. This will replenish the mana. They've also brought in like arts in this game. I can't remember if they're called arts, but either way, every weapon. In fact, let's check what it's called. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Skills. There you go. Stance. While in stance, use normal attack to break a foe's guard from below, and strong attack to slash upwards with a forcing lunge. So to do that, you need to either two-hand the weapon, or some shields will let you do it while using the shield. But when you're two-handing it or have that shield equipped, you hold down left trigger and you go into the stance. So now if we do our normal attack, you'll see the blue bar will go down a little bit, and we'll do this fancy attack, and then that's the strong attack to go in the uppercut. And then like it's down about halfway ish. Just use the Ashen Estus Flask and you can replenish it. So what's cool about Andre with this is that you can swap between them however much you want. So if you're a really heavy magic wielder or something, or you want to use art skills, whatever, a lot, you can put more into that. Or if you're just basically going melee and not really worrying about it, you can put more into Estus or whatever. So we're just gonna keep one in the blue for now, and we'll
be careful.
We'll leave the other one for now. Okay, there's also this woman who is basically a merchant.
Pleasure to make thine acquaintance, Ashen One. I am but a humble handmaid of the shrine. Weapons, armor, trinkets, and spells. I've lots of little things to ease the burden of a weary traveler. And yes, I'm undead too, but not so charitable as to give my goods away. Ashen One, fetch souls and bring them to me. As is thy wont? No?
Okay, let's see what she has. So she has 3 embers and some repair powder and purple moss clump and all this stuff. She has some weapons as well to start off with if we wanted to get like a halberd or something, and some different armor and some arrows and all this kind of things. So we'll find, can't remember what they're called, but there's items in the game that we, ashes? I think it might be ashes actually. And we can, shut up. Similar to Andre, if we find coals, we give it to him and improve him. If we find ashes, I'm pretty sure they're called ashes, we can bring it to her and improve her store and what she can hold and what she can sell you.
Well, how may I be?
So let's just talk to her for a bit.
One, if my wares are
she's
not
probably going to talk
to
about
thy
it now.
satisfaction, bring me umbral ash.
That's the one.
With ash, I'll fashion new wares. Is it not our sorry fate to sup on death? Knowest thou of that soppy gossip? That cordial intrusion layeth the path to embers? And so thou art in need of a soapstone, Ashen One. Then thy pockets will overflow with souls to trade to me.
Is that so?
Ashen One, if my wares bring with ash, is it not a...
Sure, lady. And then last NPC for the moment, at least, is this little dude here. So if we go to the back of their thrones, see who they are. Ludleth, the Exiled. So this guy basically acts as when you kill bosses, you can come back to this dude and then trade the boss's souls for some of their gear.
All that unkindled, and a seeker of lords. I am Ludleth of Corland.
Ludleth, whatever.
Look not in bewilderment as I say. I linked the fire long ago, becoming the Lord of Cinder. If substantiation be thy want, set thine eyes upon my charred corpse. This sad cadaver, no need to be coy. Have a closer look.
Okay, talk.
Knowest thou of our purpose? 5 thrones will take 5 lords as kindling for the linking of the fire. The fast-fading flame must be licked to preserve this world. A reenactment of the first linking of the fire. So it is, I became a lord of Cinder. I may be but small, but I will die a colossus. Knowest thou of a...
Alright.
So
when we
do not.
when we beat bosses, we can come back to this guy and trade the boss's souls for gear. Turns out you can't get anything from the first boss. I thought maybe you could, but no. So that's where we're up to basically. We have 7,500 souls. We may as well level up a bit.
Predict the mark to love. Very well, then take none.
Shut up. We're gonna go dex build, like I said. But to start with, I might get a little bit of endurance. Endurance gives you stamina, which is really handy. Vitality gives you equipment load, which is also handy. Vigor gives you health. Everything's handy, basically. But we'll get some endurance for now, because we want to be able to dodge, right? So let's get up to 16, and then maybe one more in dex. And that'll do for the moment.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
May the flames guide thee. So from here, we can travel. So in this game, you've got the travel from the bonfires from the start, which is great. So High Wall of Lothric will be our first area of the game, really. Like up until this point, it was all tutorially kind of based stuff. However, in the next episode, we'll end it here. But in the next episode, I might try and go fight that katana guy. He'd probably kick our ass. We might have to come back later, but if we could get that weapon early, that would be good. Either way, we'll leave it here for now. As with all Sticker Beak episodes, the new format at least, I'll probably do like 2 or 3 episodes of this and judge whether it's worth continuing on with or not. So if you do want to see a full playthrough of this game and you're enjoying it and you know anything else about it, let me know and like the video, comment or whatever, and let me know if you want to see more. And yeah, after the few episodes are going up, I'll make a decision whether it's worth going on or not, depending on who actually wants to watch it or not. Either way, I hope you enjoyed that. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.